Okay, today we're looking at lesson 11.12. This is our last lesson in chapter 11. And we're going to find volume of a composed figure. Now, a composed figure, as you can see on your paper, is two figures put together. So how can you find the volume of rectangular prisms that are combined? And as you see here, you can see that this shape that they're showing at the top of your paper, the shape at the right is a composite figure. It is made up of two rectangular prisms that are combined. How can you find the volume of the figure? Does anybody have any ideas?
Multiply
all the numbers. That's going to get it for you.
Add them all.
How about if we break that figure into two different figures and multiply to find the volume of each figure and then add those two things together. So let's look at step one. Step one is just showing you how they're going to break it down. Notice that they took this top part here and they just cut it off like it was sitting on top of the other figure. Okay? So now you've got to determine the actual size of the green figure. We know that this whole length is 6. How are we going to figure out what just this part is?
Take 6 minus 10. No,
Minus
6
10?
minus 2.
Okay.
The height is 2.
10 is this length. Where else in our figure do we see this height?
On the 2 on the right.
Right, over here. So 6 minus 2 is
4.
So this is 4 inches. Okay? So what is this length of the dotted line?
4.
How do you know that?
Because on the right, in the middle.
Right here. It shows the width of it, doesn't it? So this line is 4. Now we have all our measurements for that green figure. So there you go. Find the length, width, and height of each prism. Think, it says. The total height of both prisms is 6 inches. Subtract the given height to find the unknown height, 6 minus 2, which is exactly what we did. And we determined that this is 4. Okay, is everybody with me?
Yeah.
We determined that that measurement is 4. Okay, I'm going to go to the next page. Hopefully they still have our figure here. Okay, it says find the volume of each prism. So let's start with the green prism. What is our length here? 2. And our width? 4. And our height?
4.
So 2 times 4 is?
8.
And 8 times 4 is?
32.
32 inches cubed. Now here's this one. How long is it? 10. Its width is?
4.
And its height is?
2.
And 10 times 4 is?
40.
Times 2 is? 80. Very good. Step 4, add the volumes of the rectangular prisms. So what did we get on our first one?
32.
32. And on our second one?
80.
And 32 and 80, well, in the ones we have a 2, what is 8 plus 3? 11. 112 inches cubed. So the volume of the composite figure is 112 cubic inches. Okay, down at the bottom is what is another way you could divide the composite figure into two rectangular prisms. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and type that in, and then we'll go back at the figure and look at it. Okay, so the question at the bottom page says, what is another way you could divide the composite figure into two rectangles? You could have, I'm going to go back to the picture. Instead of cutting your rectangle here, you could have made this rectangle come on down. And then this would have been 6. And we know this would still be 4 by 2. But this one, what would this have been?
8.
8. Get you to this answer. You could divide the figure into a rectangular prism that is 2 inches by 4 inches by 6 inches, and a rectangular prism that is 8 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches. So sometimes you just have to look at them and decide which is going to be easier for me to solve. Okay, this is another way on page 488. There's our little helpful hint. You can subtract the volumes of prisms formed in empty spaces from the greatest possible volume to find the volume of a composite figure. So in this, they filled in that extra space. And you're going to find the volume of a whole rectangular prism and then subtract out the empty space. Find the greatest possible volume. What is the length of this figure?
10.
10. And what is the width of this figure? 4. And the height we know is
2.
right here.
Oh, 6.
6. So we have 10, 4, and 6. Well, let's do 10 times 6 because that's 60, and then times 4 is 240. We could have done 4 times 10 and then multiplied it by 6. Either way, remember they're commutative. Now, it wants us to find the volume of the prism in the empty space. So we're going to take the length, which is 10, right here, and we're going to subtract this little amount, which is 2 inches. So that gives us a length of 8. Then the width. Is the width going to change? Isn't this 4 inches everywhere?
Yes.
And is our height going to change?
Yes.
What is our height going to change to? 4. How do we get 4?
6 minus 2.
Because this whole thing is
6.
6, but this little bottom part
is
is 2. So then our height is only 4. So now we have 8 times 4 times 4. And 8 times 4 is
32.
And 4 times 32 is
28.
Right. 4 times 30 is 120. And 4 times 2 is 8. So we have 128 cubic inches. Okay, so we found the full, in this one, we found the whole volume and subtracted out the empty space.
240 minus 128.
So subtract the volume of the empty space from the greatest possible volume. And I forgot to put a 0 on this. So here we go, 240 minus 128. So 240 minus 128. 112 cubic inches. So the volume of the composite figure is 112. Okay. I think if I touch this, it'll go to the try this at the bottom. Okay, now here's a composite figure. It's made up of 3 rectangular prisms. So you can see where they've divided it for you. So let's look at this first one here. What is this measurement down here? 3. What is this measurement that goes back right here?
3.
How deep is our prism?
5.
So we have a length of 3, a width of 5, and a height of 4 feet. So 5 times 4 is
20
times 3 is 60. So this little area here is 60 feet cubed. Okay, now what do we have to find on this? We know that this is the same as that, so it's 5. How tall is it? 8. And what is our depth, did we say? 5. So we have a length of 5, a width of 5, and a height of
8.
So 5 times 5 is 25. Times 8 is
140.
Nope.
No.
If I have 25 cents times 8, how much money do I have? $2. So it's 200 cubic feet. Okay, now all that leaves us is the smaller one. What is the length? They never tell us the length, but we know that this is 3 and this is 5, right? So we have 8, and all together this is 12. So 12 minus 8 is 4.
So the height is
So the length is 4 feet. We know that the depth or the width is 5 feet.
8.
And what is the height of that? We
8.
don't. It can't be 8. It cuts off here.
4. No, 3.
2.
8 minus 5 is 3.
How do we know that's 5?
4. It has a 2.
Yeah,
2 feet.
Oh. Well, we know that she's exactly right. Here it is, 2 feet. So 4 times 5 is 20 times 2 is 40. So 60 feet cubed plus 200 feet cubed plus 40 feet cubed is equal to something feet cubed. What is 40 plus 60?
100.
And 100 plus 200 is 300 feet cubed.
Good question.
Okay, this is number 1 on the Sharon Show, page 489. I'm going to let you go ahead and work on this on your own. The only thing I think you really have to figure out is the length of this. Let's label this one A and this one B. And when you do it down here, I want to see your length times width times height is equal to for A, and I want to see your length times width times height for B. Okay, the other measurement you have to figure out is this one. Right here. Or this right here. Same thing. How do we know what that is? Altogether it's 5. What's the height of this larger?
2.
2. So what is this measurement?
3.
3.